Hello, welcome to Mystic Moons. I'm doing a follow-up to the collective zodiac readings I've been doing. I wanted to go and check on new love energies for the collectives, a short little temperature check. Let's definitely go and take a look and see what's out there. Anyway, welcome to Mystic Moons. If you're a subscriber, thank you so much for subscribing. If you're a member, thank you so much for supporting the channel. If you're not a member, consider. Oh, hi, Sierra. How are you? I'm doing well. I don't think I've seen you since somewhere between spring and summer. It's been quite a while. What have you been up to, Sierra? How am I doing? I am doing well. Got projects going on offline. Also sharing some thoughts here online. And of course, doing the light work energy of tarot. Sierra, if you're ready for that reading, let me know anytime. On Stripe, you mean? I think you could. Let me see. Well, I know that Stripe is connected to Buy Me a Coffee. Is that what you mean? On Stripe? Buy Me a Coffee doesn't work for you? I could take a closer look on Stripe. 1 second. I don't have Apple Pay. Stripe, I was looking at Stripe just now. But I have to read a little bit more into it because sometimes, like with PayPal, I can't do because I changed my phone number and I have to go onto the phone with the customer service and reinstate my account that way. And it's just been a little longer than a half an hour each time I called. I just haven't done that. Which is why I have Buy Me a Coffee and Cash App. Buy Me a Coffee doesn't work. You can't create an account through there. And hello, Candace. I mean, Sierra, after this live, I can go and take a look at Stripe and see, because I know that I use Stripe, for instance, with Buy Me a Coffee, but I usually use it as like, just a payment processing platform with another platform, not directly. I'd have to look to go and see how to create one, like, without that, like you could use Stripe with WordPress, for instance, or you could use Stripe with Drupal. You can use Stripe with things like that. Like there's an intermediary, but I haven't used it directly. And I don't have Apple Pay. Oh, you sent a coffee. One moment. I'll be right back. Hello, Sierra. I got it. Thank you so much for the support. Yes, I did. I am back. And thank you so much again, Sierra. I really do appreciate your support. What is your question? I did lots of little fluttering hearts. Flutter, 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 flutter. Lots of fluttering hearts to you, Sierra. Your question, Sierra, and we'll get started. Hello, Galaxy. Okay. Let's find how does Cameron Hip feel about you telling him you feel ignored? Let's find out, Sierra. How does Cameron feel about you telling him you feel ignored? I have the Fool. I have the Fool for Cameron. Let's find out more. Queen of Cups. Empress. What a lot of movement here. That Knight of Cups also want to come out pulling from here. Bottom of the deck energy, Ace of Cups, Two of Wands, High Priestess, Chariot. Well, first of all, let me go and say, Sierra, we're going to clarify, but I'm curious about this Queen of Cups and this Empress. Now, there's two ways that we can go and view this, and I'm going to dig into this, but I want to share the two ways that this energy at the first initial onset could be, Sierra. One is that, yeah? Did you want to say something? Well, anything you want to say, Sierra, just let me know. Because with this Queen of Cups and Empress, this could either be an evolution of an evolution of emotions. Like a queen could rise up energetically. Oh, I'm freezing. How is this, Sierra? Is this better? Let me know if this is better, Sierra. As soon as I hear you say that I'm back online, I'll continue. So just let me know when you could hear me again, and I'll resume the reading. If you can hear me, and if we're back in sync, let me know. If you can hear me. Okay, cool. So I'm going to continue, Sierra. There's two possibilities here with this Empress and Queen of Cups. One is you could be energetically transforming in the eyes of Cameron to a deeper relationship. The other possibility here is that there are literally two women. Now, whether this Empress is, let's say, an actual mother figure, or whether these are two possible contenders for his affections, that's also someone who he's already involved with, or I don't know, there's a more deeper relationship, and the other one is something that's still sprouting. right? Like this one is a little bit more senior than that one, or it's the energetic transformation of heart space to actually, let's say, life space with the Empress. Okay, great, Sierra. So that's what I'm going to go and clarify, but I wanted to let you know that with the Queen of Cups and the Empress, we have to go and check out the relationship between the two if there are. You know, what exactly is that Queen of Cups and the Empress? And the Knight of Wands is basically what direction to go in. There's a lot of movement in here, first of all, with Cameron being told that. It's also, too, like this has literally been some sort of rocket launch off for him to move. And with that Ace of Cups is the bottom of the deck energy that we have. Well, it's movement in love. You basically, first of all, so what I want to say, with the first statement that you did, you sent off a piece of dynamite under Cameron. And Cameron is in definite movement around his love life. We're going to find out what kind of movement. And okay. So then the question is that the Empress here? Because if he is, as I said, there's either one or two possibilities. One is that he's raising you energetically to a more committed platform. The other one is that he's dealing with two women. Could be a mother, but I also see this as someone who he just has more history with, more involvement. I don't really see it as mother. It could be like the ultimate female, maybe. But this is also too like the Queen of Cups. Think about it this way too. A Queen of Cups is also one of those pre-Empress stages. So it's like the primary and then the seedling that's going to go and bloom next summer. With the Knight of Wands here and the Fool, first of all, that you're saying that you feel like he's dealing with someone. I also want to say that there's a lot of movement here, kickstart in the love department. Very floaty energy. What I have here overall, despite the Empress, is very floaty energy. Float, 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 float. Very bouncy energy. Is it? I don't know if I wouldn't call this at all stable energy, grounded energy. It's floating. It's like if you take a dandelion puff, Sierra, and if you blow on it, you know, the seeds, the way they just sort of, I don't know, it's not like they fall through the sky, right? Instead of even like in wind, they're floating in the wind. It's like suspension. That's what I'm feeling, but let me go and clarify. I'm actually going to start clarifying the Knight of Wands. And then we're going to take a look at the Empress. Knight of Wands, I have the Moon. Sierra, I do think he is dealing with two people. And the reason why I say that too, even the bottom of the deck energy, King of Swords, Five of Swords, Six of Swords, and Justice. It's like he's picking up his wins where he can. You know, he's seeing what he can operate with, or what sort of, I don't want to say what rules is he constrained by, but he definitely is looking for where his best opportunities are. This Knight of Wands. I am going to take a look at the Moon, actually. Let me take a look at the Moon real quick. I do think he is dealing with two people, and the reason why I say that, Knight of Wands, the Moon clarified by Eight of Cups and the Magician. there's movement here. I'm not really seeing this as walking away or abandoning anything or anyone. I'm not seeing that this moon is that. What I am seeing this is, Sierra, is that his boundaries, think about it like, you know how they say like everybody has a natural range, and then like a lion has their I don't know what they call it. Do they call it range? Their boundaries. A cat has its boundaries. A bear has its boundaries, etc. You know, that place that you keep walking over, your territory. That's what I want to say. Territory. And I'm not seeing this Eight of Wands as a walking away. This Eight of Wands is extending your territory. Under a Knight of Wands, this is extending territory. Eight of Cups with Magician under Moon, he is expanding his territory to see what he could get. He's exploring. This is exploration. The moon is accompanied under Knight of Wands by Ten of Pentacles, as you see. So, you know, he is looking for that foundation, but then Ten of Pentacles is clarified or is also accompanied under whatever this is. Sorry, my mind is like going, Sierra. Under this Knight of Wands, a Two of Pentacles. So that's why I say I do think he is dealing with two people. He's dealing with multiples, right? He has more than just his attention on one thing. He's split because he is under that moon with Eight of Cups and Magician. He is extending his territory. He's seeing what else is out there. And it literally feels like he's playing house with two groups. It feels that way. Could also be like this is also, it's a weird energy here with this Ten of Pentacles, Sierra, because it's like too, when I say playing house, it's like this person, Cameron, I wonder if he's there meeting family and friends and things like that, like integrating himself in as one of the people with both equally. That's what I find odd here. Under Knight of Wands, it's like enjoying family ties with more than one group. Expanding his borders. I don't really have to go and clarify these two, but since your question was, how does he feel about telling him that you were ignored? First of all, this does answer the question of that. I'm going to put a card on the Queen of Cups and a card on the Empress. Okay, how does he feel? Sierra, he feels like he wants everything. I don't see him letting go of you. In fact, Sierra, if you ask me, how does he feel? I think he feels happy that you have expressed your feelings and have told him, like almost like you've given him a green light into how you feel about him or something like that. And I think that, as weird as it is, it's like he's happy to know that he has an emotional hold on you, or happy to know that he's affected you emotionally, happy to know that you are in his thoughts. But also too, on how he feels, I feel also too this energy like he, Cameron, wants it all. I do think he is dealing with someone else, and I think that I do think Sierra, with everyone that he's dealing with, I think he actually is integrating himself with like friends and family. And because he's expanding his boundaries and he's seeing kind of like almost, I don't know, you know, you do those home visits or something and you see he doesn't act like he likes you. Well, Cameron likes the fact that you like him. Let me go and look a little bit more into this Queen of Cups, and let me look a little bit more into this Empress then. But I think he wants it all. And I also think, too, in this energy of the Fool in this light, floaty energy, I don't think he's willing to be tied down because he's in the process of expanding his boundaries. Right? He's not into being grounded. I don't think he's into being grounded yet, Sierra. Bottom of the deck energy here I have is 10 of Wands, 5 of Cups, 6 of Cups. Have you known Cameron for, I was about to say, have you known Cameron for a while? With that 6 of Cups here. Cameron doesn't want to lose the relationship he has with you. But I think he finds it burdensome at this point to be tied down. And I would say, since he knows your family, I do think he knows someone else's family too. I think he is involved in you know, maybe you and another person's family, friend circle. And Sierra, what I get from him about you in the Queen of Cups energy, I do think this Queen of Cups is you. Yeah, he's deciding what to do with your relationship. How does he feel? I think he's very happy, and I think he's flattered to go and have that attention from you. Ah, interesting. Though that is a long duration. And I think that's here in this energy of the Hierophant, 5 of Cups, 6 of Cups, 6 of Cups, 5 of Cups. You know, it's like he has to tread carefully because of the history, and also, too, because of the history, it's a burden of what to do. With Queen of Cups under an Ace of Cups, I do think he has a lot of affection for you. I do think there is affection there. With King of Swords and 6 of Pentacles, it's what does he do with it? I don't think he yet is aware of how much he wants to invest, because also, too, he's still on this floaty energy. He's not ready to be grounded. He still is weighing his choices. I wonder, too, you said he acts like he's not interested in you. I feel like there's some sort of care, though, or something that he gives, because although the King of Swords is cold, we have the Ace of Cups, and he still is there dealing with you and your family. there's something more than is. There's something more than what maybe he's not saying something, but maybe his behavior is a little different, or maybe his behavior, there's some sort of inconsistency here. In other words, he's not disinterested. I guess that's what I'm trying to say. Like maybe he's saying or acting like he isn't interested in you romantically, but it feels like if he was 100% going no way with Sierra, whatever, there must be something there that like maybe he responds back to you, he's giving you attention. In other words, he's not cutting you off in this energy. It's almost like he's measuring what to do with you. It's calculated. That's why I was like, maybe he's not giving you the full attention you want, but he's not writing you off either. It's a little bit of a frustrating energy, I think, to have directed towards you is this energy, I think, Sierra. Because he's measuring you. That he's measuring. What to do. Empress, clarified by a Wheel of Fortune, 9 of Cups, 4 of Wands. So this Empress could be a couple of things here, Sierra. One, this could be that he already has someone who he has history with. Yeah, he's not writing you off completely. And I think too, just Sierra, with your general connection, he feels like he has to tread carefully. He feels like he definitely has to tread carefully. With this Empress here, I wonder if this Empress is someone who he's previously dealt with. Maybe he's on a break from her. Or maybe they were on a break, but I don't know. There's something about someone else too who is in his primary energy, but this Empress is not someone who he's actively going to. But there is someone who he has history with, I dare say romantic history with. And although they're not dealing with each other actively, or maybe there's a separation, maybe there's a break, I don't think either she or he is viewing their connection as completely over. I think it's just kind of on winter and hibernation or something. And during this time, I think he is floating around free, seeing what else he could get. And I think he is he's prowling the scene and seeing what he could get with you. Okay, so he leaves you undelivered. Well, he knows that you have affection for him. And he's measuring you. That's what I have for you, Sierra, on Cameron. I see that he's considering you. I think he's very deliberate, or he wants to be very deliberate with how he treats you because of the relationship, the history that's there. I do think he is seeing who and what he could go and get in his vicinity at this time. I also think that he has some previous person that he's not quite over, but I think that he's definitely into expanding his range of other people to possibly get over this Empress. And this Empress energy is almost like a ... like those ellipses that you put on sentences. This Empress feels like something that is not quite over. So that's what I see here. What do you think, Sierra? You want to leave? Well, let me see. Well, this is how he. This is how he feels about you telling him that he feels ignored. One moment. Okay. I can't tell how he felt when you said that you wanted to leave. But if you want to ask another question, we can go into that. But what I see here is definitely those things. As I said, how he felt about you saying that you feel ignored. He's wondering essentially what to do about your connection. What does he want to commit to it? And I do think that he, although he may not show it, I do think he feels very strongly about you, Sierra. But again, he's wondering how much does he want to commit. And I think too, because of that, obviously you said your families are linked. There's some burden there that he doesn't want to make the wrong steps or the wrong movement. And just isn't him and you. It's legacy, it's family, it's more people and more dynamics. Also too, I would say he's very aware of like more eyes judging him on his actions. And essentially too, with how him feeling about how he feels about you saying that you feel ignored, he is into right now in general exploring and expanding his territory. And I do think that there is someone, an Empress, that he dealt with previously. Doesn't feel like he's dealing with her right now. Maybe in this energy, though, I will say that while it feels like he isn't dealing with her right now, maybe they are communicating through something like texts or emails or something sporadic. Maybe he watches her social media, something sporadic that's in here. Like it's not completely dead. But for all intents and purposes of the way it was, it's dead. But she feels like she's in hibernation. And he's not even sure where he wants to go or what he wants to do yet. He's kind of in almost a frantic, frenzied energy, but he definitely wants to see what he can do, what he can get. And I'd also say, Sierra, in this energy, he feels like you are definitely one of the things that he could get. He knows that, and he is wondering what to do about that. Do you want me to do another reading on how did he feel when you said you wanted to leave, or do you want to rephrase that question, rephrase another question, and we'll take a look of another look? Let me know. Okay, so think about what question you'd like to ask in follow-up. And if you wouldn't mind another donation, and then we'll go and pull from there. But yes, I definitely got a little bit more from this information than just purely how did he feel with that, because as I said, I got this Empress in hibernation, and I got the fact that he is almost in a little bit of a wild energy, but it's floaty. And he definitely is considering your family connections, and also too, I feel definitely having eyes, Sierra, having eyes in there. Can you do 15, and then I'll do another pull for you? Add 5 more onto that 10? let me know and we can take a good look again. Floaty, floaty, heart, hearts. Thank you. Thank you, Sierra. Thank you very much. I very much do appreciate it. Okay, one moment, Sierra. Okay, beautiful, Sierra. Thank you. Very much appreciated. Sending. Oops, 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 oops. Oh, my cat's all in the fire. 1 second. Okay. I have like all these over here. I have candles, and my cat was just jumping on it and singeing his feet. And now the whole place smells like burned cat fur. One moment, Sarah. Oh well, my cat gave you some cat fur sacrifice to the cause. Sierra, tell me your question. Tell me your second question. Let me know your follow-up question. And we'll take a look on what that is. Okay, so how did he feel about you telling him that you want to leave and you're tired? So first of all, for Cameron, I have 10 of Pentacles again for Cameron. So first of all, let me say with how Cameron, with what you tell Cameron, he's not taking it lightly at all. He is taking everything that you're saying with a lot of gravity. I also think with Cameron, he is aware again that the actions that he takes with you is just not about or between you and him. It's between you and, I guess, the families, the collectives. So he doesn't take anything. I really do think he doesn't take anything that you say, or at least he doesn't want to present himself in a frivolous light. Let me put it that way. So how did he feel about you telling him you want to leave and you're tired? You know, Sierra, I wonder if we have that energy again of 5 of Cups, 6 of Cups, 5 of Wands. You know, there's like a pull here of, I suppose, what you want and him not really being sure what he wants, first of all, with Cameron. Also, too, with Cameron, I wonder in this energy if he almost believes you. This feels like a dare. I'm going to take a look at this 2 of Cups. But what I have initially here of how he felt, it almost feels like he's not, do I say not taking you seriously or doesn't believe you? That's why I want to take a look at this 2 of Cups. It's like almost too like he believes that you're too invested with his 10 of Pentacles. Sierra, he feels like you are too invested in the connection, or both of you have too much investment in the connection just to walk away. And I also do think that he thinks that you like him too much to walk away. I'm going to take a closer look. I think that that's sort of the feeling I'm getting here, though. So that's why I want to take a look at this 2 of Cups, because I feel like he feels that you are committed to him. I'm curious how this 2 of Cups is aspected. Because it feels like here, like he's not taking you seriously, that you want to leave and that you are tired because he thinks you're committed to him. Like it's just a dare, almost. Or almost like I don't want to say quite, a little tantrum, but I think he's just there like he thinks it's a bluff. But we're going to take a look at this 2 of Cups. So 2 of Cups. I have strength, death, and the moon. I kind of think that with Cameron, he does think that your connection is far from over. That's what I think Cameron thinks. I think Cameron thinks your connection is far from over. I think there's the ups and downs, but consistently, there's a bond that you two have. Hello, Amanda. How are you? There's a bond that you two have. I also do think he thinks that you are still committed to him. I don't want to say he thinks that you're wrapped around his pinky, but he thinks you are committed to him. Because I don't get pinky energy, but I do get commitment energy. He believes in your commitment your commitment, Sierra. Amanda, I need a donation if you'd like me to pull. You can look in the description and find out the details there. Otherwise, let me go and continue doing the reading for Sierra. And you can wait until I'm done with her reading if you'd like a reading afterwards. So, Page of Swords. Oops. Page of Swords has a 10 of Wands. He thinks it's a bluff. I think Cameron really thinks he is, I don't know, he has a hold on you, Sierra. I think, Sierra, he thinks he has a hold on you. And I think he thinks it's a bluff. Page of Swords clarified by 10 of Wands, 5 of Pentacles, King of Pentacles. It's like you already went through your period of separation. And I don't think he thinks that you are serious with it. Bottom of the deck energy I have there, Ace of Pentacles with Justice. And then Queen of Swords under Justice. If you can see that, Queen of Swords under Justice, under Ace of Pentacles. I don't think he's taking you exactly seriously. Not that I think he regards you with gravity, but I don't think he thinks that you can actually cut him off, or you would cut him off. And it would be truly over. That's what I think. I'm sorry to hear that, Sierra. I'm very sorry to hear that. I know what it's like to have so much stress that, it starts to manifest itself in your own body. I know very well what that's like. Even once here, I worked a job that was so depressing to me. My eye swelled up. And I was reading that with the eye condition that I had, they said that it could happen by either like rubbing your eye or an eye infection, but they also said lots of stress. And that's what I had there. I had it for a whole year. So I know very much what it's like to internalize your stress so much that it comes out through your body. I worked as a developer, a programmer. Oh, that was hell. Page of Wands. Hierophant. Justice. Essentially, Sierra, what I think here, what Cameron thought about you telling him that you were tired and you want to leave. I first of all think that he takes everything that you say with gravity. I do think that he thinks that your connection isn't over. Even if you leave, I I feel like he expects that you'll be back. I think that he essentially thinks that your connection is far from over. And I think also, too, he expects that there's going to be changes or fluctuations in the relationship that you have. But I do think that he feels you are committed to him. And I do think he is taking this with a little bit of a bluff, like you're bluffing. And I also think with Cameron, Cameron thinks that he is I think Cameron thinks he is like a superstar type of thing. Is he going to come to your birthday trip? Should we do a reading on that, Sierra? I'm saying that I think he thinks he's bluffing. I mean, excuse me. He thinks you're bluffing because I think I'm feeling he really believes that you could not cut him off. That's what I'm first of all believing here. Or excuse me, too many words. I feel Cameron believes you cannot cut him off. And I believe in this energy that Cameron thinks he is. I really do think Cameron thinks he is. I feel like right now, at least right now, Cameron feels he's acting like Stellar or something like that. Like he thinks he is the cat's meow or something. You want to ask a yes or a no? Um, okay, for a yes or a no, Sierra, how about 7? Donate for 7 and I'll do a yes or a no. And we'll see about the birthday trip. Of course, I think that we did the birthday trip before. Okay, great. Yes. 7, and I'll do a yes or a no, and we will see. Thank you, Sierra. But I also wonder in this energy, they said, Sierra, was he feeling like or acting like he was doing great because he sees himself as the King of Pentacles. And the King of Pentacles, Sierra, is out of all the kings, the king of commitment and also the king of support, the king of something. And that's why I wonder too, as well, in his eye, in his mind, he thinks he's the cat's meow. I think Cameron has a very high opinion of himself. I think he kisses himself. He goes, in his arms, kiss, 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 kiss. It's that kind of energy I'm feeling from him. Maybe not quite looking in the mirror and going, "Oh, you're so hot. Who are you? Super attractive you." But I do think he kisses his arms and goes like, "Kiss, kiss, kiss. I'm so great." He does something like that. Yeah, because I feel that really, really heavy that he may not look in the mirror every time and go like, "Oh wow, you're looking great today," but I do think he takes his arm and he goes kiss, 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 maybe all the way up to his shoulder. So let me know when you're ready, and then I'll do the yes or no for the birthday party trip. Oh, yeah, that's what I was talking about with the King of Swords and the Pentacles energy into that Queen of Cups. It's like he's not, like maybe he's not showing the type of affection or attention that you would expect, but there's some sort of attention that he definitely is putting into it. But yes, he definitely does think he is the cat's meow. He definitely does go and kiss himself all the way up to his shoulders, on his arms, fingertips to shoulders, as far as his neck can like reach sideways, right? He has a lot of self-love for himself and a lot of congratulatory, um, I walk on the ground and flowers spring from my feet. Okay, one moment. Okay, Sierra, I'm ready as well. Well, here's the thing, Sierra. Everyone should have positive self-love, but when you're using your self-love as a reason why other people care about you and you're not really caring in return, that's the issue, right? Like he sees you as a Queen of Cups, but then he's wondering what to do with your affection, right? He's like, in other words, he's like almost objectifying you. That's the energy that I got, and that's what I find is like a little disturbing. Even the fact that you told him this and he's seeing that he's seeing it as like, I'm so great, how could you walk away from the magnificent me? Oh, you just must be. It's like, I guess the energy that I'm getting from him as well is that because he strategizes so much, it's like maybe he is thinking as well, you're trying to strategize against him for certain reactions. And he's there like, as if I'm going to fall for that, instead of the fact that you are honestly communicating with him and talking to him as a human to human, building up trust and a relationship. He's there almost in this energy of, you must be saying this to me because you're trying to manipulate me, not thinking that you're talking to him because of this, as a genuine heart to heart, transparent communication, right? Right, right, right. Okay, Sierra, let's go and see about. So let me just confirm. Do you want to see about the birthday trip that he's going to come for? Do you want to think for a second and just rewrite the yes or no question? And I'll pull from it, or do you want me to pull on the question that you wrote earlier? Right, and that's what I'm getting is that he's there. He's taking what you're telling him as like some sort of strategy ploy instead of the fact that you're communicating with him honestly, transparently, with your heart open. And I think that the reason why he's thinking that too is because that's how he would or how he behaves. Something like that in there. But either let me know if you want me to use the yes or no question you wrote above, or if you want to rewrite it. And I'll pull on that. Like, how do you want to phrase the yes or no birthday trip? Okay. Will he come to your birthday trip now that he thinks you are bluffing and thinks I'm not leaving? Will he come to our birthday? I have Queen of Pentacles, Five of Pentacles, and Strength. I think there's a good chance he will come. If I recall, Sierra, you're a Capricorn, right? Your birthday's coming up soon. I think for the energy I have right now, Sierra, I think he would come. And I think he would come because he still likes you and because he knows that you have a connection. He feels like you're warm towards him. Well, first of all, happy birthday, Cameron. I mean, not Cameron. Happy birthday, Sierra. Yes, I was thinking, I think I remember as well that you were a Capricorn. Happy birthday. Happy up soon to be birthday. Yeah, Sierra, I think that he, surprisingly, he would come. So, Sierra, I think he would come, but there is also something else here. I know you said a yes or no question, right? But I'm just going to say this because I see it. I think he'd come. He'd come because he sees you as someone who is warm on him, who's sweet on him. But I also want to say, Sierra, yeah, I think he would. I think he'd have the strength to come. And I think he would do that to prove some sort of point with it. Five of Pentacles here. Well, first of all, with your birthday trip, here's the thing that I'm also wondering. With your birthday trip, how many people would be there? Would it just be you two? Would there be other people? And the reason why I asked that, Sierra, could he come and either throw in some verbal barbs? Could he maybe act a little aloof? It's almost like a little bit of theater or play acting here in that energy. So that's why I'm just throwing that in as well, even though this was a yes or no question. Well, with that Five of Pentacles here, I see him coming, but I see him coming and acting a little, I don't know, there's some ignoring there or some verbals, something. There's some actions here that aren't gallant or something, some behavior that's awkward. Not going to go any more into that, but I think he would come. At least in the energy that I have right now, he would come, and it would be to prove a point. Well, he's coming to prove a point, and I think there's something going to be a little rough about his actions. He's not coming necessarily 100% pure. He's coming to prove a point, is what I have right now. Yeah, that's what I got. I don't know anything more than that, but King of Cups clarified by a Five of Pentacles and Strength. He's not backing down from a fight. He's going to prove a point. And something about here is a little friction. It's not like he's coming because he's lonely. No, it's not that. He has a point to prove. Or he has some sort of action that he is going to enact. I don't really feel so much words. But they said this is just like, the yes or no question. Essentially, yes, I do think he'd come, but I don't think he would come necessarily in I don't even want to say the word good or bad energy. I just feel like he's coming in to almost create friction or to prove something. He'd come to prove something. Definitely to prove a point to you, but well, I mean, he's the King of Cups. You're the Queen of Pentacles. He thinks you're still sweet on him. You know, the Queen of Pentacles, and it's not because, going beyond earth sign, water sign, etc. Queen of Pentacles and Queen of Cups, both those queens, as opposed to the other queens, the Queens of Swords and Queen of Wands. Queen of Swords, Queen of Wands, they have conditions. Sometimes, like when you pull on their cards, right? Cards have different meanings depending on what they're being used for and what the calling is, so forth and so on. But one of the definite energies of the four queens, and then the Queen of Swords, Queen of Wands, Queen of Earth, and Queen of Water. One of the definite groupings between the two is like one set of queens can love without conditions, and the other queens like love, nurture, care. And once that love, nurturing, care gets started, it kind of like that energy can continue, or people expect that energy to continue, even if it doesn't make any sense. You know how they say, for instance, like, love doesn't have any logic, or love doesn't need a reason, right? That kind of energy. Well, the Queen of Earth and the Queen of Water sort of, in some instances, in some pulls, they personify that. But then also too, it's also like once somebody has experienced sort of the expansive, unconditional care and affection that the Queen of Pentacles and Queen of Cups puts out, they kind of continue to expect that, like love that doesn't need any conditions to exist. And that's why I said I feel like it's to prove a point. Like he's already seeing you. When I say sweet on him, it's in that energy of, you've given care and affection, and he expects that to continue just because. I don't know, is that kind of energy too here? But that is what I see here, Cameron. That Queen of Pentacles, nothing to do with an earth sign, all about commitment, nurturing, care, growth, belief, dedication, honesty, faithfulness. These are all the energies that a Queen of Pentacles has. All the energies that a King of Cups would expect. It's like, I know you like me. I know you love me. I know you care for me. I know you believe in me. That's why I say that. Well, Sierra, I am definitely team deep grudge, so no worries there. Although I am also one of the queen, if you were to read cards literally, I'm a water sun. I'm a water sun, a fire moon, and a water Venus. But I also hold grudges quite deeply too. So don't worry, I am team grudge as well. If they did you wrong, they did you wrong. It's unforgivable. Cameron. I mean, not Cameron, Sierra. Sierra, I'm right on your team. They have to learn how to behave, right? They have to learn how to really respect the opportunity and that care, that tenderness that was given out initially. They can't take that for granted. They can't take openness and affection and care and think that, oh, that's nothing. But I definitely feel, as I said, with Cameron in general, he definitely thinks he's the cat's meow. And I think, at least from the energy I'm getting so far, he's not quite done with you. He'd come to prove a point. And it definitely is romantic energy and committed energy that I have here. But it's like, as I said, this is very friction for water, for emotion. It's a lot of friction, a lot of posing. Not the best energy for a King of Cups to be in. Not the healthiest energy for a King of Cups to be. Not really the energy you'd want someone to come around you with. Because, as I said, he has a point to prove. Something about it. Oh, really? He's a Cancer. Well, literally, the King of Pentacles, the King of Cups is I read it as Pisces, although it is a water sign. But the Queen of Pentacles, when I call out signs, Queen of Pentacles, I see all the queens as the cardinal signs. So I would definitely see this as Capricorn. But what I have here is just simply commitment, faith, honesty, dedication, faithfulness. And what I have here in this energy, and this is what I'm feeling, what I have here, romantic energy, but it's romantic energy that has to prove a point. I don't know if he has Taurus or Aries, Taurus or Leo in his chart. Since it's a love reading, I would look again at those planets relating to love. Anything else too that falls into the fourth house, since you have a family relationship with him. Definitely is like some power struggles here. I don't know if I'd put that under 8th house or just leave it under 7th house energies, 1st house energies. I don't think there's an issue with communication, but I do think he has a lot of self-love for himself. 1st house energies. Oddly, I have to say that I can only go on the energy because I don't think I've ever met a Cancer male sun. And I'm a Cancer sun myself. Yeah, I don't think I've ever met a male Cancer, at least some guy who told me that he was a male Cancer sun. Oh, he's a Leo Venus. Oh, that gets even more interesting, Sierra. A Leo Venus. And you're a Capricorn Venus. Yeah, and the love readings, definitely in the energies that I pull, I definitely see seventh house, first house, Venus, moon, rising, sun, and first house energies in there, definitely. And then it could also be fourth house as well. Because as I said, fourth house, house of family. And then I would just sort of add, the relationship that you've had with him, the other sorts of connection points or friction points. Like I haven't really gotten anything so much of 12th house energies, although there is like a, strategy, what is said or not said. But I haven't really seen that so much here. It's a lot more direct. And I'm saying here in the past 3 readings that I've done for you just now. There's strategy here, but it's also too like almost who is going to have the upper hand. Like he again is oh, interesting. So you have Libra in both your rising and your Mars? One could say too with the moon energy, he could be thinking about how to, again, like how does he yes. Well, that's definitely what I see so far here. I'd almost wonder what his rising is or his Leo, but you said he has a Leo Venus. So I'd imagine with a Leo Venus right then and there, that tells you that he'd be pretty outgoing, right? He wouldn't shy away from something simply because it wasn't comfortable. He'd make a show out of it. A Leo Venus has that sort of energy there. That's definitely what I see for you. Sierra, I'm going to go and get some water. I'll be back in like 2 minutes. Well, you know what I would do, Sierra? Since I imagine you know his name, you have some idea of his chart. I would definitely go and play this video back. I mean, I'll leave it on public and look at his chart and look at the aspects of what is here. Like, for instance, as I said, the Strength card is Leo energy. Five of Pentacles is Taurus. King of Cups. Well, the court cards, people read these court cards differently. Like some say all the court cards are for all signs. I actually, as I said, I feel that these cards, if I was reading them as signs, are a little bit more specific like that. Because I said the queens are cardinal signs. I see that as Capricorn. I see it as Pisces if I was calling it, but it could be a water sign. But I would almost go and take a look at those, because I do think if you think about the love readings and the energy, and again, the primary planets, you see how many of those correspondences come up in the cards. Right, if you don't know his birth time, but if you look at the cards, I would say you can see, for instance, which energies are there, which zodiac signs are in his overall chart, and then maybe you can go and start thinking about some of the other unmatched signs. And I would go by the major ones too. Like, for instance, if I was curious about someone's rising just in general, I wouldn't necessarily give weight to a Five of Pentacles because it's a minor arcana, but I would definitely give weight to, like, this is maybe like a water sign for a court, or the element for a court, and the major arcana. You are both? That's a very strong Leo energy. Well, I definitely invite you to take a look at the cards and the energy that's there, because I can say from cards that I pull in my private readings that a lot of the energies that are in, like, people's personal charts, they come up there. And also too, especially when you're talking about couples and whatnot, their energy comes up there as well. It's just interesting, something to check out. If you're interested, I would look at definitely at the cards of, and I wouldn't necessarily take, as I said, cards that were badly aspected. I would take major arcana, or the more stronger of the minor arcana. And stronger, I mean things like the Ten of Pentacles, for instance. That was really strong. The Two of Cups is really strong, not just because they're positive cards, they're just really strong forces. Five of Swords, Seven of Swords, we didn't have, I don't think we had any of that. I kind of forget right now. But I'm just saying, like, those cards are also really strong too. Five of Pentacles is a weak energy overall, right? Like, you don't have that much dedication to follow through on a Five of Pentacles in general. So that's why I say cards with stronger energies. Does it necessarily have to be positive? But strong energy. Like, for instance, too, I wouldn't see a Seven of Cups as a strong energy, right? It's too scattered. But a Five of Swords is a strong energy because it's focused, it's directed. Six of Swords isn't really strong either, weak energy. I don't know, it's an experiment just to go and look on. Some of the cards are very, very direct. And I would just look at the cards that were, let's say, notable cards. Notable energies. That's what I would look at. If you're curious about getting a little insight on his rising. Of course, you can always have your parent, your father, ask his father when was he born. You can find out that way too, Sierra. Nag your dad enough until he asks his friend, when was his son born? Oh, right. There's somebody who my mother was talking to, this guy who I liked, his father, and I was so close to asking her that, and then she was like, "Oh, do you just want to ask? Do you want me just to ask him to take you out?" And I was like, "No, no, no, don't do that." But I said she stopped me from asking. She was like, "I'll just ask him to take my desperate daughter out." I stopped talking about him after that. So I know where you're coming from, Sierra. But that's an easy way to find out when he's born, right? Sierra, I'm going to take a break, but thank you so much for stopping by. Wonderful to pull cards for you again. And let me know how it goes, Sierra. And if you have any other questions, definitely stop by. Feel free to stop by. Also, stop by just to say hi because it was nice seeing you again. Oh, really? Really? Yeah. In the connection that I was mentioning just now, that I was there, the guy that I liked, I was like, ask him, when he was born, ask his father. My mom was pretty much there, like, no way. No way will that happen. Anyway, yes, Sierra, I look forward to seeing you again. And we'll talk again soon. Okay, I'm going to go and take a little break, but I'm around. But yeah, just in general, wonderful to see you again. If anyone would like a reading, feel free to let me know. Or if you want to say hi, that's fine too. Tomorrow, where I am, is going to be in the 60s. In the 60s and raining, but still in the 60s. Wondering what to do for tomorrow. Might go and take a walk outside and do some of those meditation moments. Might. I should have gone when it was all snowy, but that was too cold. And then where I walk to, it's quite a distance. In the wind, it's not fun. But 60 is practically like spring. And then it's cold. So, well, maybe, let's say, I don't have to worry about snakes. Anyway, this is me thinking about the good weather that's going to happen tomorrow. And if I should go out into the woods for a walk and maybe some videos. I don't think the snakes would come out in 60-degree weather, or would they? They could. They probably would. There's lots of snakes around that area. We have copperheads and rattlesnakes. There's also water snakes, but they're always around the water. But the copperheads and the timber rattlesnakes are pretty something. They probably would be out in 60-degree weather, even if it's in the middle of winter, the start of winter. Maybe I won't go. Don't know how I feel about necessarily dealing with snakes. Maybe I will, maybe I won't.
Mm. Yeah, if anybody wants to say hi, just say hi. Even though tomorrow is going to be in the 60s, which has been in the 30s and 20s, and snow on the ground, it's going to rain a lot. And then it's going to get cold again. So they said. So they said. I'll have to check. The weather here goes back and forth, back and forth. When it's cold, it's real cold. Yes. If anyone. So anyone would like a love prediction? More love is always really nice. Zodiac love. What signs are good for new love? Zodiac's new love. But love is for everything, everyone. Everyone to have a new love. A love that really works for you. A love that fits all your needs. A love that fits your requirements. A love that makes you feel good. Makes you feel special. That's what love is, isn't it? It makes you feel special. Gives you that little zing. It's like a warm cup of cocoa on a winter day that lingers. Ah, love. That's the one thing that we need more of is love. Love is so special. You don't really see any these days, like advertisements for love, do you? I mean, they take it for granted, or do, they don't take it for granted. But love is the most important thing. It's more important than wealth, possessions, love, and it's something that we always crave to have more of. Love. Nobody's completely happy unless they have love. Love from a different person to another person. love between two people that become friends and they have love. Of course, there's many types of love. All the types of love are important. It's important to have good friends. It's important to have a special friend. It's important to have a lover and a friend in combination. Soulmate love, true flame love, one-to-one love. A love that you could stand out to the world and just go, this is my love. This is my partner. This is my mate. This is mine. You don't see much talking about real love. Yes, you have to see what type of relationship is this good for. Definitely. What are you doing? Pussycat? Come on. Come here. Come here. Well, I guess I should turn this channel off if no one wants to have a reading. I think I will say until again later. My battery's getting low anyway, and I must charge. So, until another time, thank you very much.